Hello, 8th grade Gateway 2 kids. Welcome back. You have Mr. Hill again this year. I'm sure you're excited. Try to contain that excitement. We are in Gateway 2 going to talk real quickly here about what it is we're going to do within our class. Very similar to what we did last year, we're going to cover two different units. This year, though, it's energy and the environment and green architecture. We're not going to run it exactly the same way where you do one semester, one the other. We're kind of blending them together. Because you can even read what the two are about. And really, there's a lot of crossover between the two of them. We do not use robotics. We don't use the VEX equipment, and we do not use Autodesk Inventor. Instead, for green architecture, we do use Autodesk Revit. The 3D architecture software is called Revit. And then we find ways to integrate the energy and the environment concepts of what it means for sustainable solutions, all that kind of good stuff, into also looking at what does it mean to build something green? What does it mean to build green? And so there's a whole bunch of background information that we'll have to cover for both of these, but that's the big picture of what it is we're going to cover. Grading is almost exactly the same for Gateway 2 as it was for Gateway 1. Projects are 60%. Quizzes, we have them again. I know you're excited. You've been looking forward to it all summer long. Design process, we'll do them on in-grade this year. And then our classworks, of course, again, are 30%. Remember, of course, there is no homework. The only thing you have to do is maybe think through some things. If you have missed some class time, then come and see me. We'll figure out how to get you caught up outside of class. Sometimes that's very difficult because we are very computer-based and you don't have the software at home probably. But we'll take that on a case-by-case basis. We'll do extra credit once a quarter just like we did last year. So much of it's exactly the same. But just a different focus with energy, the environment, and green architecture. Expectations, exactly the same. Productive struggle, I love those words, productive struggle. It's not good if we don't have both. If you're not being productive and you're not struggling, then I'm not doing something right. It's how I'll always view it. But it's a lot of the same stuff. I'll still have some good old Beach Boys radio going on. We'll be working sometimes in pairs, but a lot more individually this year overall. Still using those 21st century learning skills, finding some more areas that you really are rocking and some areas maybe that you need a little more work with. Same thing for behavior. Don't act a fool. Come in, do what you're supposed to, work hard while you're with me, and then everything's good. I am doing the robotics club again this year, so if you do miss VEX and you want to get back into that, then after school, I don't remember if it's on Mondays or Wednesdays. I know one of those 2 days I have the after school club. So feel free to chat with me. You can sign up, all that good stuff. You can kind of read. We're going to complete both. It's part of it may be first semester. Part of it may come in chunks. Part of it will be blended. Just kind of go with the flow on that. For energy and the environment, here's kind of the big four things that we do for that. There's a lot of other small kind of 1 or 2 day lessons that aren't as big, but for the big focus is going to be how we use energy. We have some kilowatt meters and trying to help you understand when your parents have told you close the refrigerator door, don't leave the door open to the outside, you're letting all the heat in or heat out. The lights are on, kind of really looking at how much energy that we're losing, how much money it's costing for us to do that. Some of it I think you'll be surprised by, and hopefully maybe go home and have a little bit more understanding why you need to do that. Kid Wind, we're going to make some wind generators and talk about some renewable energies there. Energy Expo, y'all are going to do some research and some presentations on energy, and we may even try to open that up to how you present that this year. And then penguin dwellings. We don't want penguins to melt, and they are melting. So we'll mess with that. That's insulation and heat transfer. For green architecture, we do a little bit more green architecture, actually more significantly, I would say, than with energy and the environment, because the 3D architecture software and drawing and putting all that on the computer, it's very robust. Now, because you guys had me for Gateway 1 last year and you worked with Autodesk Inventor, Autodesk Revit is not going to be anywhere near as hard for you. There's a lot of crossover. There are some very significant differences, but there's so many things that you'll be able to figure out pretty quickly because you've done Autodesk Inventor. So we'll spend some time doing that. We're going to start off really slow, kind of doing a couple step-by-step, making a shed for your backyard kind of deal where do this, then do this, step by step. Then we'll open it up to do a little bit more with like maybe building your bedroom. I've been changing this stuff every year, so this is subject to change, this part. But something easier like a bedroom or a classroom, or maybe like a 2-bedroom rectangular house, something really straightforward. Then shipping container challenge. This is where we start to up the ante a little bit. We start looking at 2 stories, how to do stairs, how to do a second floor, and then shipping containers. There's a big push for those out west for making stuff. So, and I really would like to. I tried last year and it came out okay, but you can kind of see here my tentative end of year project is to be able to combine both, and really looking for a lot of components from both of the 2 courses, both of the 2 units, energy and the environment and green architecture, to blend them together. I even had some kids that tried to build my house at the end of the year, because hopefully we're building a lot, buying a lot and building soon. So yeah, so once again, that's kind of subject to change, but that's the idea, is to come up with something to integrate them both. You can see down here at the very bottom of the screen my wiki space. That's where you can find the sway that you will have access to, so you can check out and get ready for the design process. And then, of course, let us not forget ngradepro.com/Worcester. Now, for those of you that have forgotten about Ngrade, we are going to be using it a lot this year. Actually, we're even going to start off the year by talking about file management, because if you remember on Autodesk Inventor, some of you had parts that suddenly turned invisible because you did not save in the correct place. So we're going to focus on downloading files. We're going to focus on where to save them, and how to save them on Office 365, how to use Ngrade. It's even going to get to the point eventually, maybe not right out of the gate, where you come in and you're going to log into Ngrade very first thing, and I'm going to have objectives up on there and what you're doing, because I do have computers in my room, and so most days that's going to be the case. So kind of like we did last year, I would suggest the idea is that we're going to enjoy ourselves. We'll have some fun as we're learning, but once again, I do love the productive struggle that we've created in this course, and look forward to having you back with me again, so that way we can do some more productive struggle. If you have any questions, by all means, you can find me. I'm pretty sure you can actually connect with me through Ngrade, but definitely on my wiki space. I know my email is there, or you can call the school and leave any questions. And I look forward to seeing you guys. Hopefully I'll see you real soon, actually. All right, have a good one. See you soon.